That's kind of up to you. I don't think there's an equipment vendor in Haven. Oh yeah, there is. So let's go see what the equipment vendor actually has. I'm curious.
Let me show you.
So he has a pickaxe, banner, and some dice. So if you wanted to kind of go ahead and get starting on pickaxing and learning how to do things, there actually are places for that in Haven. We'll probably go through a couple of those to kind of show off. And there's cooking vendors, vial vendors for things if you're getting started in alchemy, fishing vendors as well. Butchery tutor, we're gonna do that. Skinning, we got butchery, beautiful. Okay, sick. Archery is also dependent on your strength points. Yeah, but for just kind of learning the overall skill, you want to be able to get the actual actual skill up as well, just in general. All right, so this is going to be your bank as well. So they actually just changed the way the bank looks in a patch literally 2 days ago. So this is November 20th. The patch was November 19th. So whenever you so this is going to be your bank here. And it's going to go ahead and throw those things in. It's actually really easy, simple. Right click in, right click out, and it automatically categorizes everything for you and away. And it used to be an open free cell system, similar to like I would say similar to like Escape from Tarkov, where you had a certain set of slots similar to the inventory, and this would actually be like, say for example, this is your bank, and you would have to actually put them in squares. Now everything is categorized, making it a little bit more simple. Very nice, very good update we actually just recently had for the game. So all right, let's go turn in our quest here. Usually with these quests, you have a certain amount of time to get quick execution rewards. If you die, you lose it, but if you don't die and you're able to turn it in, you get a little bit of a silver bonus. So we're gonna turn that in. Beautiful. Now we unlocked a new quest where it's the scoundrel one, so we're gonna go kill some scoundrels. All right, so we have a gold now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and buy myself a spell book. So I'm going to buy myself a basic spell book, which a basic spell book is I will show you. This is again where being a veteran does come into handy, does come into play. So whenever you're in the world and you want to open your spell book, the default bind is you. You have all of these basic spells at your disposal immediately. However, one thing that's not explained to you, and the one thing, and it might be if you read through the magic tutorial, but I had to be told this, is so you see your ecumenical spells skill right here. So it's at 28, correct? So within your spell book, you can see the skill range. So let's go to this basic spell right here, which is going to be Spurt. You need an ecumenical skill of 0 to 10 to be able to cast it. The more so you're closer to 10, the higher probability you are to be able to cast it. If you're below the ability, let's say for example, Magic Reflect. So let's use Magic Reflect. I'm gonna use Magic Reflect as a good example, right? So if I try to even cast Magic Reflect, so it's gonna tell you the type. So one thing I can compare this. So it says required reagents. Reagents is technically gonna be, to relate it, it's going to be your ammunition, of the type of ammunition you need to be able to cast the spell. So these are the type of ammunition you need to be able to cast this spell, which is a Magic Reflect, which is like a spell protect. So we need water, we need rock oil, and we need calamine. So let's go ahead and buy some of that. So let's buy rock oil. Oh god, expensive. Let's buy 10 rock oil. No. And let's buy some calamine. So let's buy 20 calamine. So and then we have to go and find some water. So the magic vendor doesn't have any water for sale. We're actually gonna have to go out and find water to pick. Fucking noob. I'm not a noob. You're a noob. So if you wanted to heal your horse really quick, if you wanted to heal your horse, you just look at it and press your bandage bind, and that's gonna be that right there. Basic. Not really anything that you need to know, but good information. Another thing I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to show you guys where the library is at. So if you're at the central part of town, again, I'm going to try to make a lot of these brief stop intermissions to show you where everything is at, because I know where everything is at. I'm going to try to keep them as minimum as possible, but it's just purely because I don't want to walk somewhere and be like, oh, hey, how did you know where that was already? I'm trying to make it as organic as possible, but at the same time, It's like when you know, you know, and to be able to like teach the next person is actually really, really helpful. So if you were to go to the central part of town, you take that first past vendors up, take that first left. You're gonna see this. If you were to walk around the town, you could see this book thing, this book sign right here. This is gonna have all of your librarians right here. So what we want to do is we want to just go check out some of the basic ones. So I think we have everything we need. I think we need to find the magic librarian. Yep, this one. So I want to go activate the first thing that I want to get, I think, is mental training. So let's go ahead and let's go and grab mental training. We have 10 coins, so we can go ahead and pop this. We have a book popped, so we have to actually go in our inventory here, right click that off to stop the training, and then we have to pop the book that we want to pop. So it's going to be mental training right there. So because we're building a mage, mental training is going to be a key part in it, because it's going to have all these skills here, which is going to ultimately affect mental offense, which affects the how strong your spells actually are. So yeah. So a heads up there. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and simple. All right, so now we have to go kill 3 scoundrels. Let's go do that. How are we feeling so far? Is there anybody that's new that's actually in the thing? I'm pretty sure it's all veterans right now. I'm pretty sure we're chilling with veterans. Perfect. Oh, actually, before we get started, let's go actually pick some water. And what we can do is we could actually show off the spells just a little bit here. So if you really wanted to pick some water, just be very careful, because you pick a lot when you go and pick it. So you just go to the water over here, just grab it, hit gather, boom. You got a bunch of water. So I just accidentally picked like 300 water. I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to use all of it, but it's definitely helpful. I'm new. Should I buy this game? If you know nothing about this game and you want to try something brand new that you've never experienced before, I say go ahead. I say give it a go. You know, if it's definitely something that you could be interested in, but it's something that you want to play, you know, I'd say give it a go. I always say give any game that you think you could be interested in a good go. Worst case scenario, if you don't like it, hey, you tried. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these spells and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my hotbar. So this is I'm gonna put it on 9, because this is my actual mouse button is over here. I have a mouse button where I used to actually use this spell. So you're gonna have your own way of doing it. This is my way of doing it. So I'm gonna start just kind of mental offense. Yep. So I'm not hitting this scoundrel for anything. Whoa. I missed her. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Eat it. So it's a good range attack to be able to pull. Oh, wow. I'm using a lot of mana, though. Holy. Oh. Yeah. Take that. Need some music here. Yeah. Take that. All right, so we got 2 out of the 3 here. Okay. One thing about mobs, one thing I could always recommend is just make sure you just parry, because if they just keep tacking you, they have a very, very long leash, and mobs will follow you forever. So just parry and parry, parry. No matter what happens, if they're chasing you, instead of running and taking hits, he just hit me. Stand up, square up at the bastard, and fucking parry, fucking him. Just gut him like a fucking bitch. Sorry, I took over. Jeez. Only thing more fun that mortal with your friends is mortal without your friends. Take that. Why is everybody roasting me because I'm not playing Mortal with my friends? Yeah, they'll be okay. Okay, beautiful. All right, so we got that. We got all these weapons. Now, you can use these weapons. I don't plan on using these weapons. Where is my... We're going to save those there. Okay, I'm going to actually take this time and get a couple of... Get a couple more scoundrel heads because we're going to need some money here. So let's take this time. Let's actually go ahead and... we can work on our skill here. Okay. Yeah. Take that. Sick. All right. So we killed a couple extra ones. Got a couple of extra bandit heads here. It doesn't ever hurt. Like I said, you're gonna always need money in this game for some like basic things starting off, books, mage materials, things like that. So it's always good to kind of go ahead and get started. Plus, it doesn't ever hurt to have a little bit of extra cash, you know, while you're really good at this game. I'm a natural, you know, being a new player and already being able to get all this melee is just so natural to me. Actually, what really helps is you have a foundation of chivalry, mortal, mountain blade, bannerlord. It actually is a really good way to get a good like head start, kind of a foundation like directional combat. Super nice. I'm a natural. Also, if you're a fan of shooters as well, even like, you know, using like spells and whatnot. Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to have to work on is my aim. So, yeah. All right, starting this quest. Beautiful. Now we have to go kill the general, the Walking Dead general. Let's go see. I actually might go ahead and just take... No, I gotta go ahead and find it. So let's go kill the Walking Dead general. Let's go see if he's awake. Let's go see if he's up. Clade 1! Woo! All right, so we have our first skill point that we can actually use here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one, negative impact reduced by age, and it's purely because our age is 62. And what we're going to need, if we take this, negative impact attributes caused by age is reduced. So anything that we had now, it's a negative impact. Is actually not super bad. Oh my god, this guy has 2 chickens. 2 chickens. So we're gonna go ahead and take that first. And I think a lot of your 4 int. Well, we probably could have taken that one instead, but it's fine. A lot of your good clades, like movement wise, are gonna be within this first tree down here anyway. So like dex, things like that. Spurting himself off over here. That's actually a really good way to level up your mental training early on. Probably should be doing that. Mental offense. Mental offense. Those are battle chickens. Saw him fight beside me with those. Battle chickens. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we're going for the Walking Dead general here, not the scoundrels again. All right, let's go see if the Walking Dead general is up here. I would hope so. I think it is. Or is there somebody there waiting for him? Let's go see. I think somebody's here waiting for him. Oh, no, somebody already did him. Okay, we have to wait for a second. Oh. Okay. Let's sit here. Let's take a second and let's wait. Actually, while we wait, we can shit. We can kill more. So this is, yeah, like I said, good time. Good time to just sit here. You know, pull Walking Dead here, pull Walking Dead there, and work on your directional combat. Everybody always needs practice when it comes to directional combat. There's no best person. There's no best player in the game with directional combat. You know, there's, you know, people who know a little bit more than others, and people who, you know, it's like a boxing game. It's like boxing in my opinion. You know, sometimes you can catch like some of the best players in the game on their worst day and beat them. Sometimes you can catch some of the worst players on their best day and they whoop your ass. You know, it happens. This game, you can always be ever improving on any skill that you do with anything that you do. That's including pathfinding, finding different ways, different routes to different places. That's including best place to go and farm XP, your personal best place to go and farm XP, things like that. There's always different ways to do it, and that is the freaking beauty of this game. Oh god, I never sold my scoundrel heads. I could have been rich, I tell you. Rich beyond my wildest dreams. I wonder how long ago this was killed. There's a lack of music in the game right now. How are we looking at as far as like stat goes? Okay, we're getting up there. Again, this is just a temporary build. Eventually, we're going to be changing a lot of these. So, yeah. All right, I'm going to actually go walk away for a second. I'm going to grab some coffee, okay? Let it eat. Damn, it's dark outside already. What the fuck? I'm actually going to be interested to see if I can solo this bastard. The dagger below. There we go. For sure can. Simply believe. Oh, baby. I'll say one of the most dangerous dangerous characters right now is this specific character right here, man. The aspiring cook. This is a beefy freaking zombie. Good God. Die, damn you. Holy. I'm setting him for 20s. He was still just eating it. He's like, nom nom nom. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, okay, I thought that was a player there for a second. Don't you take my Walking Dead general, you bastard. I always stab him in the dick with the daggers, the general. If I